So my kid's in early elementary school, and we're getting to the point now where we're trying to teach him about savings and allowance and all that stuff. We came up with a plan. He's going to get $5 a week for being part of the family. That's his job. We get the family successful, he's successful, whatever. But the problem comes is we have to figure out what we're doing with that $5 and how he's going to do it. Our goal right now is to teach him to save money, to give money away for charity, and also to spend money to do things, just so he becomes responsible with money. Not a big deal. And then we have to have the conversation of, well, where's he going to put the money so that we can visually see what's going on? And that's where the 3D printer comes in. Essentially, what we did was I used 4 different colors to go through and to print this little thing here. There's little lids on all these so they can come off, and there's already some money in there that he had saved up. But the idea here is that we have these little banks that we can print that they have different things in. And essentially what I came up with was this. I modeled this in Onshape. Onshape is a free online drafting software. It can be used on a Chromebook, on a phone. It's really versatile, really good. I've used a lot of drafting software. My primary experience is in Inventor. I use Fusion 360, Tinkercad, Onshape, SolidWorks, lots of stuff. But Onshape's really nice because it can be used on lots of different equipment, and it does good stuff for 3D printing. This is entirely modeled in Onshape, printed out on my Ender 3, and I'm pretty happy with the results. So let's take a look at the design of this and see how it goes together. Now, the basic idea here was that I wanted something circular, and the things on Amazon were kind of expensive because I could just spend a few dollars in plastic and get the same thing and just a little bit of my time. So I drew this up inside of Onshape, just trying to make sure it was kind of circular, roughed in the sizes that would fit on the Ender and still have a base and other things. Drew the basic container as 120 degrees, circle divided by 3, pretty easy. And then I went in and made a lid, and then finally a base. So it's really only 3 parts, and then I just repeated those parts to make the full assembly just to see that everything went together how it was. One thing I like to do with 3D printing when I'm trying to figure out the size of things and to kind of make sure that they all fit together is I usually go with 5/100th of an inch offset for different things. That usually ensures that they're going to fit together, they're going to fit nice and snug, but it's not going to be too tight where they're impossible to do. And I also wanted to make sure this thing had the ability to come apart so that if something breaks, we can fix it, but also so that we can physically see where the money's at and take out those pieces that we're going to be spending on. So again, here's the kind of final model. The lids are a little loose. I have to go back and probably remodel them a little bit. They're a little tight here. As you can see, there's nothing big deal. They just have a little drop in, place for money to go in, and that's easy. And then each of these comes out, so it's its own little container. The money goes in there, and then there's a base that's on there as well. So it's real nice and easy to get this all together, and it's small, it works, and it's even color coded. So we have green. Green means you can spend that money. That's your money to spend. Red is our savings. We don't spend that, that's just there. And then yellow is money we want to think about how we're going to spend it for other people. So for an early elementary school kid, stoplight colors work. My kid loves cars, and this fits the bill for everything. And then I print this little base here as well, just to make sure all these things stay together. You could just also use a rubber band. It solves the same purpose. But I love 3D printing. I love being able to model and think of things and just draw it up, print it out, and see if it works. In this case, it did. I'll catch you in the next one.